plan on getting that audience and making that audience, buy your stuff and believe in your product.
This one is sexy though. Are you made this one?
Like you know how there's George. People don't buy George sets for fun, but people would go out of their way to go and buy like let's say Adidas over or Louis Vuitton or something like this. Okay, like Supreme, having like small stuff. So my plan is that I have the first few sets. I send them to particular people to model for it.
Okay, send them to particular people. Do you mean influencers, like
people that can actually get people to buy it.
So influencers, yes. Okay, yeah.
Then after sending it to them, and I have a photo shoot again, one in Nigeria, one in UK, and one in Canada. And then after that, I want to do a showcase.
None in Nigeria. None in Nigeria, because of the. Are they hoodies?
What? No, they're not hoodies. They're all like shirts. I'm only offering the hoodies in Thailand.
Oh, okay, but you have like a proper collection.
Yes. So I want to now do a showcase, like a show, where it's involved with the fashion and the music and those influences that you get to like actually perform with the tops. And then yes. So I now have like, let's say after like I already organized like, okay, so if I was doing the showcase, I do it somewhere and we want to like actually create it. So I want everywhere like what, and I'll design it. Then the people that actually go to the showcase, they perform, there'll be music, there'll be dance, there'll be arts, and then there's like food, everything is like just about that. That's why. And then you now have like the different people coming out, showing out the shirts and everything. They have the performance by the shirts.
So it won't be really a fashion show, it will be more just like a showcase. They're just like walking around.
Yeah, it's like a because it's a fashion show because there will be a runway.
Oh, okay.
People get to walk, but the only reason is that people, right? If I don't say I'm doing a fashion show, not as much people come if they see that I'm doing a concert. So if the concert is coming, my idea is that if let's say after 2 performances, you now get the first set of people walking the runway. And after that, I have some other performances. You have some time. Then you have the next set, and then after that, you have the final set. And after that, and I invite particular like different people to come and watch. People that can actually like they're willing to invest into sponsor into it. So that after that,
invest into it is right. They're called sponsors.
Yeah. So that's now podcast. Yeah. Then that's when I have the monochrome summer and fall.
What?
You guys even listen. Me, I'm understanding perfectly.
I'm understanding some shit.
Anyways, so like, why haven't you done it?
I haven't done it first of all because personally, I've seen people like there's no company that will print and they will use your tag. People that don't even have like tags like that's why.
Okay, use your own tag.
I want you to be me. Like I don't want people to just like open let's say okay, like a George print. So and the companies that do that, if you find a company that does that, people in Mexico do it a lot.
And they're Mexicans.
And you have to pay.
I was thinking if you could just get all the plain designs made for your company itself and then just print on it with like someone else printing on it, because obviously you need someone to print on it anyway. Yeah. Right.
And another thing I'm concerned about is the quality, because the way like I want it to be, I have it in my mind how I want it to be. But then the thing with others is that if I'm not physically there, and I'm like, because what will happen is most probably, let's say they send me a sample and I make the adjustments and I still send them, it's possible that I can continue sending them something and you don't bring back the correct.
No, but then that's why you have contracts. If you, especially, I feel like it's so much easier to work with companies because you kind of just have that company doing everything for you, from tags to putting the piece together to printing on it and everything. Like that makes it so much easier. And because if you produce by yourself and if you have to be there, it's so labor intensive. You're just going to get so tired, because that's what I do. And like I'm losing my mind.
But at least you get like first I'm not saying that, of course, I'm going to get majority of the profit. But my thing is that if other people are like, if you say, okay, I did this myself, right? Like, it's different if somebody, okay, it's different if the person that does, let's say Versace comes to you and says, I made this, and then Kanye West comes to you, uses that I just produced, and says, I made this. He didn't really make it because it's designers that designed it, and then he chose, okay, I like
that
this.
Makes sense. So that means you also want like, want to sell a work ethic.
Yes.
That's so mad.
And another idea I want to do is an app, and like the app I want it to be, like a crazy app where people get like the main idea of the app is like to like connect people more, right? So I have the fashion thing there, but I don't have the fashion shop there. I have like not only trending news too, but so people know events that are happening near them. So,
but what kind of events?
Like various, like there are just things that they can do, because things that people are idle. So if I have,
especially in Abuja, because Lagos has that. Lagos has like, it's not an app, but it's a website where you can always go
check,
and see what's
happening.
But
app is like the easiest thing because it's like having to go to the banking website and the banking app. People find it hard just to type the www or something. Exactly, I find that. Imagine an app that you just open it, it checks, and then like, okay, there's a concert happening here, and maybe you can go to the say this concert happening here in the next 11 days. So that like different things, so that you know, okay, this is going to happen.
Or when you go there, you just get an alert on the app, and it just says.
Somebody told me about this.
In 11 days, it's probably him, and you just didn't listen.
No, it's not wrong.
That's not me. I've talked to you about this thing before.
No, I know you talked to me about it. No, I'm talking about somebody different from him.
Okay.
And that they were actually designing that app. I remember the person. I remember the bigger one.
Don't fall, please sit on the normal chair.
The person's not in Africa. It was 90s, what's her name? Stephanie's boyfriend.
Also games. I want to have some games there.
On the app?
Yes, I like. Not like catch-up games, like something that changes every time. So, like,
that would be so cool and so engaging, because
you
people will
never
always
expect it.
be on your app.
You have like no reason to have to come up, because of course you can't just enter the social media network like that. Like there are so many chatting apps, but maybe also people can connect on it. Like just have just an app that can basically do as much as you want to do on other apps. You just have the conversation in one place. Then you cannot make, and like if I make a partner with like CNN or something, then I can have CNN have some information here.
Can you stop touching?
And then youth and everything.
Now touching it inappropriately.
I was touching her stomach. Like I was going for the number 10.
That was what, like that. So I have the app, I have the thing, the fashion, and then I also want to go into music.
Like you want to rap or produce?
I sing.
Oh, you want to sing? Can you sing?
Sing and rap.
Can you sing?
I can make good music.
So, how are you going to like?
I don't know.
No, not yeah. Add everything up. What I would advise you is not to add everything up, because in your life you're going to do things and you're going to get really bored, and they're not going to give you the satisfaction that they originally gave you. Like right now, you may not be excited about the music thing in like the next 5 minutes as much as you're excited about the fashion thing, and vice versa. So I wouldn't really advise you to add everything up. I would advise you to pursue everything, like everything that you want to do. I would advise you to like actually go for it. But if you're looking at the business aspects and like trying to like name it and divide it up, I would advise you to put everything under one thing.
But I think somehow in a way like to all like somehow come together, because
definitely it always has to, because it's you, one person, it's one brain. It's one brain.
And if I'm like singing, I would know what I want to be wearing when I'm like acting. And then if I know what I want to be wearing and I'm wearing what I want to be acting, and I want people to be coming to what I want, to where I am, and I have the app. Because the app one, the difference between like the app and everything is just the app is going to be the most technical, and I'm actually going to have people. I have to have people that are going to help me create the app. So that app part is like it's not only going to be me handling that part.
So how do you plan on making your presence known? Like how do you plan on like making your presence known? Because I mean, this idea.
Please.
Hold on.
Let me roll.
It's not here. I'm coming after this.
I'm sitting down. I'm having a discussion, and it's nice, but it's between new niggas. The option now would just yes. Oh, do you have water? Do you have water?
I have some water. I just opened this. How do you plan on? Because I mean, it's your idea now and it's in your head, and you know like what you want. But then you have for this idea to actually come into fruition. It doesn't really take you saying, "Okay, I want to start." It takes a lot of people. Like other people will have to come into other people will have to come into play. People will have to help you create. People will have to help you deliver. People will have to help you buy. So you're going to have you need an audience. How do you plan on getting that audience and making that audience, buy your stuff and believe in your product?
So basically, right?
Think about it. Let me go get this nigga some.
Think about it. Read about it. Dream about it. Sleep about it.
I usually want this guy to be rolling.
The funny thing is that I'm the best roller in the area. We're talking about rolling. I can do it. We're talking about no, it's not good. No, seriously.
Why is it not good?
It's not good for your blood. You forgot to talk. Yes. And there's some days that you can't draw.
Yep. I try to draw stuff and then it just does not really come out. It doesn't even come out because I'm just like, what the hell is that? Okay, so now.
This one is sexy though.
Thanks.
Are you made this one?
No.
Are you going to make it?
Probably not.
You won't make this one?
No.
You're fucking with me.
I'm kidding. Like, there's so many things I've designed. This is not the only schedule I want to have.
Okay, yeah. You were saying rock.
For all of that, right? I have particular like friends, like very close friends, that do all of that. Like, I have somebody, his name is Emil, who is like, he actually has an app. Play Store and Apple, and he's good at all that.
Who's this?
Emil, who is so? You know him?
Me?
Yes. Emil. Fat. British accent.
British accent.
There are so many niggas I can pick up.
Yeah, these French. So, yes, Emil. Then I have some other people, like very trusty people that can help me with delivering and all that. Like, okay, I have these two Lebanese people, Ali and Abbas. They, right, their dad has a delivering company, and like, they are taking over the business. Like, they already said taking over the business because dad is going to retire next year.
Yeah.
And him is dropping.
Don't be thinking of all these connects for
Like you
future
need, like you better
Yeah.
be.
No, Ali is like my best friend.
No, I'm just thinking like also for me as well. You cannot just be benefiting from
I'm
this,
gone. But like if he knows them now, if he has a good relationship
No,
with
that's
them,
why. So it's don't end the relationship. Come on. Even if Ali should cheat you of money, just be happy.
just be like, it's cool. Ali, my friend. Please don't do that because he'll fuck you
For
up.
the fashion itself, and for the fashion, I want to be in charge of the creative design, and I also have people in charge of the logistics because it's really I don't know if like I'll freak out if I'm the one handling like
The logistics.
yes how it's going to move around.
Are you?
I can design it, I can like, show them, then I have like two other people that are helping.
So is this what you just said? Like all of the having someone to do all of this for you? Is that the end goal or like is that the starting point? Because for that to be the starting point, you're going to need a lot of capital.
Like money?
Yeah, money.
I have people that will give me money.
Stop. Okay.
Me,
as far as you get
I'm
sponsors
not,
now.
I may not have like the money like me and person.
Yeah.
But like it's a joint thing. So I have two other people that are willing to design.
Yeah.
And then basically I'm hoping that my music helps me get money. Because a lot of people think that people don't realize that there are like a billion musicians and they never like
not all of them actually make money. But like all of this now is talk. How are you going to put that in?
I've been planning for like a while.
So all of that is on paper.
Do you have a proper like
a portfolio?
A portfolio with the budget outline.
Yeah, like a portfolio / proposal.
Yeah, Tony does stuff like that.
Yeah, that would be really dope because a lot of people may not fuck with how you explain things. Like, obviously, when you started, they were not really interested in what you were saying, but you like kept going. But people don't have that time and that patience, so you need like something that you give them immediately, and they're like flipping through it and like they're captivated like that second. But you have like such amazing ideas, man. Like, I can't wait for you to start.
Yeah, bro. From places. She.
Can't wait for you to start executing it.
She. You Duka boy. You've been a Duka from the day you were. Jesus, Lord. On 2%.
I've forgotten. I don't feel like standing up right now.
Please.
Um.
Okay, not now, but
Yeah.
soon.
Soon. Maybe when I'm done.
I'm sure it's over 100,000 naira. But you, as you're paying him that, would you feel good for yourself?
I feel
Yes.
like an idiot.
It's like, would you feel like, would you feel good? You know the funny thing, the guy had a better response in the car than Jesse Jack did.
I'm screaming.
So media is responsible. So media is ugly, so it doesn't count.
Oh my god.